And we're live. What is up, guys? My second live since I'm back. Yesterday was a banger. I thought we are gonna do it again, and I came live. As you see, the market is freaking green, guys. This week is absolutely insane. We've got Pepe 155%, 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗏 124%, 𝗕𝗢𝗡𝗘 56%, 50, 70, 41. Even Bitcoin is at like, I don't know where. Look at the 21. This is Benta Bubbles. Gotta check it out. If you look at the daily, let's see what the day is. Day is also up, but there is a major possibility for a pullback, and this is what I'm waiting for, a buying opportunity. Obviously, you need to be positioned, but yesterday we saw a pretty decent pullback on the 50-minute. Basically, we talked about it on yesterday's show, and I said if we don't go below this 58,500, we can see another high, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now. We are seeing another high creating here, but we're leaving a lot of liquidity behind. In this show, I'm going to talk about how you can position yourself, what levels I'm looking at. We're going to go through all the tokens. You can also write in the comment section what tokens you want to see, and then we take it from there. Hey Johan, hey, what's up? What is it? What is happening here? This is I'm gonna rephrase it here. There we go. So let's look at it. So number one, which is very important, is that if you look at, this is why I brought up bubbles as well. If you look at bubbles, we see a raging bull market. This is literally what we see. We see every single coin up. We've got some, Wild World, and it's not even Wild World. It's WorldCoin, I think. Yeah. And FD, USD, and it Beam, and some small ones being down. But in general, what you can see in the top 100, almost everything is up, and even the ones that are down is like down 1.81, whatever, in the week. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. If you look at the month, you see something even crazier. You see Pepe 180, you see Bong 78, memes are running, you see Beam, AR, WorldCoin, you see VET. You see all these coins basically running like crazy. Now the question really is that I have, and probably a lot of people have, should I sell now? Should I buy now? What should I do? Especially if I go spot. We can talk about leverage as well, but if you are considering selling, you gotta watch this. Now, number one, I do expect, as I said yesterday on the show, I do expect a new high to be created. Now, currently we are running on London. We're coming to London lunch break very soon, or we are in London lunch break right now. So that means that London afternoon session, we should have seen a lower a market structure shift here if we wanted to see a rejection. Now this is a crucial level for us here. This is still a retrace to this level. We saw 3 level violation as we talked about. On the 5-minute, you see clearly we've got 1, 2, 3. On the 15-minute, you got 2 levels completely violated by this move, liquidating $1.5 billion worth of longs. This is still a retrace and filling of this fair value gap up here. As you see, we have a rejection from there. I mean, some kind of reaction, I would say, not even rejection, but we do have some kind of reaction here. Asia actually pumped this up. The question really is what will happen next. Now, here's what I see on London. What I see happening is that we are building massive liquidity here. We are building massive liquidity here on the lower time frame, on the 5-minute. This is enough, so it's the internal liquidity. And internal liquidity is... Do I have 100 people watching? Is that really happening? This is, I think, 102 live. This is the very first time that I ever have 102 people live. 107. Keep going. Leave a comment, guys. If you are here, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what's happening. Leave a comment. Let me know. If you're not watching on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, by the way. Come to the YouTube channel. We're gonna do some crazy cool stuff in the funnel. So we are building liquidity, and this is internal liquidity that we're building. Meaning that once we take this liquidity, let's see what happens on the lower time frame. Once we take this liquidity, so we come up to this 5-minute beginning of inefficiency. This here is called a fair value gap, right here. This is actually a huge fair value gap from here to here. Right? So this is when the candles are not interconnected, meaning they are not next to each other. There is no efficient market movement. That means that there is imbalance in the market, and that means that either buyers or the sellers dominating a certain market. And this is exactly what we see here. We see the market is dominated by the sellers here because way too many cells get filled. Now the reason why market retraces a lot of times to these beginning of the inefficiencies is because they need to fill the orders that are left there. Market makers fill the orders, liquidate whatever is there, and drive the price lower. Now what we need to see from these levels, we need to see a strong rejection from the beginning of the inefficiency. Now because we did not break the 1 hour low, this is what I've been talking about yesterday, because we did not break the 1 hour low down here, I can mark this as POI, because we did not break this 1 hour low, we can see another push. So what you could consider this to be, very roughly, you see, let me take the session indicator down. You see a low, you see a high, you see some kind of consolidation, you can consider this as a low. Then you see 3 consecutive candles, which marks a strong level, followed by a big move with a fair value gap. This is why I consider this to be a low. And once we have that this is a strong low, then we have a strong high going into the weekly order block, which I'm going to show you in a second, retrace to the POI on the 1 hour and the push forward. So what we're looking at, we're looking for another high, but we already see, you see the difference between this pump here. Let me just delete all this. You see the difference between this pump here. You see the difference between this pump here, and you see the difference between this pump here. So you see that some kind of consolidation has started, and that usually marks the beginning of a major retrace. Again, I'm not the bearish, oh my God, we're gonna all die, but I'm telling you several things. We talked about, again, I have to plug 𝗕𝗢𝗘𝗘𝗑 here because I really, truly, like now, if you have not been in here, if you have not followed the news, if you have not watched shows, if you have not, so it's saying that, oh, the music is on max, shit. Maybe people just coming for the music, eh? Sorry about that. Thank you, Mountain Runner. Is it better now? Please let me know if it's better now. So if you have not been around, if you have not followed the shows, if you have not followed people on Twitter, if you have not been on Telegram groups, if you have not been on Discord, if you have not done all that shit, this is the fucking time to do it. This is the time to do it. And the best place to do it is 𝗕𝗢𝗘𝗧. Why? Because we've got something, 𝗕𝗢𝗘𝗧 is cool as well, but we've got something called the newsroom. You can win Bitcoin, all that stuff. I'm not gonna talk about it now, but we have something called the newsroom. Here you have everything. I'm literally getting all my alpha from this and the morning call. So every morning we have a morning call here that comes up, and you can join the morning call where we have all these guys who are posting here. I'm one of them, posting alpha, discussing everything in the morning. So everything that you need for the bull is going on here. Everything. So what we've been talking about on today's morning call, and I started thinking about it, is that we see all these crazy numbers coming into the ETF. We see billions and billions and billions and billions. You know that meme from Donald Trump. Billions and billions and billions coming into the ETF. But my problem is I've been wondering how you can liquidate these assets. And basically what they said, or what we came to a conclusion, is that you can liquidate it with a click of a button. Now, I don't know how you joined crypto, but when I joined crypto, I remember I bought 1 Bitcoin at $500, and I sold 0.8 Bitcoin at 1,000. Why? Because I thought every dip, when it dipped like 3%, I was out. When it dipped 5%, I was out. And then when it dips happen, 10% down, and within a week or within a few days, it's already up like another 20%. And I sold, and I had, as Ren said as well, I felt the exact same thing. I had the FOMO, and I had the fear of missing out. I had the what is it? The fear of missing out, the FOMO, and I had the FUD at the same time. So I had the fear of losing everything, and at the same fear, within a day or within an hour maybe, I had the fear of losing the next move. And now this is why it's very interesting. If we see a 15, 20, 30% dump or consolidation down to these levels, the people who invested in the ETFs are basically up 20, 30, 40%. Now, if you see that these guys get a little bit scared, if these guys see that the market is dumping 10, 20, 30%, I do believe that they are going to get out at break even. They are not going to risk it, because then everything is going to be about, oh my God, are we going down or not? Now, if that happens, this is the buying opportunity for probably the last buying opportunity at these prices before the next major alarm. So what I wanted to show you is that what we see here, and what I believe is happening right now, is the beginning of that retrace. Very important. don't get stuck on shorts. Don't short in the, eliminated the short button, completely eliminated it. You should eliminate it too, because eliminating the short button is, you know, essential in the bull. If you short, you get stuck like me or like 𝗕𝗢𝗙𝗧, and that's not good. So what I see here is that we do have external liquidity building up, right? So if you look at the 15-minute time frame or even the hourly, you see liquidity building up, which we did not. We saw liquidity here building up as well, but in these regions we didn't really see that happen. So because we did not take any of this liquidity before having a major pump, I do believe that we need to come back and claim these levels before we can start a push to new all-time highs and even $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. So what I'm looking at is the following. I'm looking at a little bit of reclaim. I want to show you one more thing. Someone's saying, Tammy's saying, hey guys, check my phone during the night, knackered. This was the first night for a long time that I haven't checked my phone. I've done a 3-day fast. Actually, this was the last morning that 85 hours I've done. I didn't even tweet about it, but I will have to do that. But so what we see here is that we are coming to close to all-time high. We are in this weekly OB. This is a weekly and a daily OB up here where we are at order block, bearish order block. This was the last bullish candle before a massive dump, initiating basically the free fall of Bitcoin from this 2021 highs. If you look into the 4-hour, what you can see here is that I marked, so these levels, and this is some education here. This is what I really want to do with this channel, give you education, give you everything I know about trading. This here is the beginning of the inefficiency. So that means that this is the final candle. As I mark the weekly OB now, marking the 4-hour, and then I mark the 1-hour OB, and I set the markers at the beginning of the inefficiency of the 1-hour. If I show you the 1-hour chart, you will understand it better. Let me pull it up here. I can't go back, does it? Is that right? What is happening here? Here we go. So, sorry about that. Oh yeah, I can't go back. Okay, let's do the 4-hour. So in the 4-hour, you will see that I marked. I went down on the 1-hour. If I go back to replay, I can go back. So I marked these levels on the 1-hour chart. This is the 1-hour beginning of the inefficiency. That means that we have two major levels right now. Number one is we have 63,522. We smashed through that. We are rejecting, but we did not see. This is the level that we were looking at here. If we would have, this is why I said yesterday on the show, and this is why I also tweeted, if we would have closed below, what is happening here, bro? If we would have closed below the hourly row from this rejection, you see, so we had this 63,522. If we would have closed below there in the 1-hour, that would have meant that we got a major strong rejection from this level, which was in the weekly OB, which was in the hourly beginning of the fair value gap, and that basically means that we are going to go lower. But because we did not close below and we are building liquidity, what I think is going to happen, that we are going to take this high here, which is New York, lots and lots of liquidity laying up here. So what I imagine is going to happen is that we are going to see a push up to these levels, touch onto this 65,387, and then we have a major decision point. Why? Because the level that created the push that takes the liquidity here, which will be a market structure break because we break above, will be a major level. So I have an alert here that I'm gonna move now. But this up here at 50, why there is no price label? So it's 64,300. Once we smash through there and we see a rejection, we see a strong market structure shift, meaning price goes through and immediately rejects, as we saw it here, but it actually closes below possibly the 15-minute, but if it is possible, close below the 1-hour, we'll take it then. Then we can expect a reversal. Now, where does the reversal come? The reversal comes to at least $52,000, at least. Now, would I short it? Depending on how liquidity will be taken, maybe, but you want to eliminate the short button, or if you short, you have to sit in front. It should be a scalp, a very quick scalp. It's not a trade to hold for days and weeks and whatever. It's a short scalp after the market structure shift going down. that's basically it on Bitcoin. So I believe we are going to touch on to the 65,387. Let me remove this. 65,387, this would be the area that I'm looking at. Then I would look at a strong market structure shift up here and take all this liquidity, basically creating a 4-hour market structure shift as well. So once we have that, we had a little bit of, not the 4-hour, but the 1 hour. So the 1 hour market structure shift here. Once we violate this here, then we come down lower. If we're able to violate that, we're probably coming down to like at least 50. We definitely VIG this liquidity. So probably like 55.4, 55.3, something like that. Let's look at other coins as well. Also in the chat, guys, you can let me know if you want me to look at any other coins. If ETH is interesting, the same thing here, the same thing that I explained on Bitcoin, right? So we do have, all of the coins are like this. Most of the coins are like this. So we are in a major weekly OB up here, right? But we have this OB and we did not see a rejection. That's basically the only level that I could find. This is the last level on the refined time frame. And what you see is very interesting because you do come up to this level. You have a major rejection on the 15-minute. This is like a 10% rejection from literally from that 35.06 level. But you are not able to close below. The price is not able to close below. So we do have a rejection, but on the 1 hour, it's not able to close below the major low, and it's recovering fast and taking the new highs. Now, this can also be a smart money trap, right? So once you get to the next level that I see is taking this weekly and daily OB up here, basically taking liquidity. That's most likely going to happen at 35.83. Most likely it is going to happen. Next step for Ethereum is 36,034. From there, again, it's a refined level. So if I come back here and I go down to the 4 hour, you see this is the actual level that took the liquidity. You always want to look for the level that actually took the major liquidity. And this was the level that did take all this liquidity. So this candle, although this started, then there is an inefficiency and we can come up here. This did not take any major liquidity. It created liquidity if it did anything and then smashed through with this candle. Therefore, the beginning of the inefficiency of this candle is the actual level. Good morning, Paul. Good morning. Good morning. So the reason why I'm looking at this level, 36.44 is because I believe we're going to come up here and we will see the same scenario playing out. Again, I'm telling you the bearish scenario. The question really is, should you buy? That's the main question. Should you buy? Guys, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, I don't know where everybody's watching. There's 70 people watching now. If you are not watching on YouTube, how many people watching on YouTube? Let me see. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got this. Cool. Let me see how many people watching on YouTube. We got 10 watching on YouTube. Guys, you gotta come to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. That's what you gotta do. You gotta come to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. I think people watching on Twitch and Twitter, please come to YouTube and subscribe. You won't regret it. I'm gonna show this in a second. It's a sneak peek. Okay, so what I'm expecting, someone is saying risky long on alts if the BTC rejection really happens soon. Yeah, don't. I would again, depending. So okay, let me go through this. Again, the same play on ETH, right? Same play on ETH. We do claim this level. Probably we're gonna come up here. The question is, are we gonna see a rejection? If you see the rejection, prepare for buying lower. The real question is where to buy. Where to buy, right? So exactly the question really is risky long on odds. Now the long that I would be interested in taking. The longs that I would be interested in taking, once we approach these levels, so on Bitcoin, it would be 65,387. On Ethereum, it would be 36.34. On Solana, it will be 32.7. It's now. So like in Solana, we need to reject now. If we don't reject, the next step for Solana is 165. So if we don't reject here and we show a lower time frame reaction, I am longing. Definitely longing. Definitely. So if we don't close below here, if we don't close below 122, which will be the market structure shift that we're looking at. If we don't close below here, that means that we are going for a major freaking run on Solana. Major run to 165 at least. So probably we're going to retrace to any of these regions. This would be my POI that I'll be looking at, point of interest, and then take a long here. So you have to take the longs. You have to take the longs with caution. You have to take the longs, understanding that that there could be a major pullback. So until we, like it's the same thing. I've been right until I wasn't. It's the same thing here. We are long until we aren't. We have to be long because this is what I screwed up, right? So you can't time the top. If there is a market structure shift, you can take a quick scalp. You can take a quick scalp long, short or whatever that is. But don't guess that. I had positions when I was like a lot of money up, and then didn't close it because I was, it's coming down to 50, and that's the problem. Taking a short is not a problem if you don't marry your short. Taking a short scalp on a major rejection from a major weekly OB in a refined level is absolutely it's logical. It makes sense to take a short, but don't get stuck in the short and try to look for longs and buy lower. So that's exactly what I want to do. If we don't close below here, but we break above, so we come back 50. That's the idea here. So we need to come back 50. We're probably gonna come back to this POI somehow, right? When we come to this POI, if I see a higher high, so I'm looking at something like this. If I see this, I'm longing. Right? That's basically it. So this is the longing area. If we don't close below, that's a problem. That's a problem. Solana is very bullish. Solana is extremely bullish. So if you look at the daily, I'll look at the weekly. Look at it. Nothing. There's nothing stopping this. This was an OB, but it got retested. All the liquidity that's been here has been smashed at that point. Nothing here. This is literally just pump until 165, which is another 26-30% from this level. AVAX not looking good at all. AVAX is a retrace, so again, like here, I would be short AVAX, but again, not shorting in the bull, taking highs. Gotta look for the major low, see if it breaks. You don't see my screen. Sorry. So Solana, if you look at Solana, what I was explaining is that basically nothing here. So this order block here has been violated by this retrace here, which was at least 50. Let me look at it, but it was. Yeah, it's completed. There is nothing stopping Solana. Probably Solana is going to moon. We're gonna see a little bit retrace down to the POI. I would want to believe that we are going to get a retrace below 50, at least a touch. If we do get that, and we see a market structure shift like this, we do have to get long. I mean, I will definitely get long. Yes. Yeah, Chad, excuse me. Yes, got it, sorry. All right, let me look at, so what coins we should look at? Somebody's watching from India. Welcome here, welcome. When you get the chance, CKB and GLQ, making my portfolio misbalanced. I need to know whether the spot hold or whatever for other bags. Let's do it. Depending on where you got in, it's literally like 500% since January. So in a month. What's the question? You gotta making my portfolio misbalanced. Yeah, if it dude, you have to take profits here. You have to take profits here. Taking profits doesn't mean that, I mean, look at this. Yeah, it comes back 50, it claims the high. The lowest it would go, in my opinion, is 0.01, but that's still like a 30% drop from here. It is building up liquidity. I would, when I have a coin like this, I always take at least like 10%, 20%, rotate into something that hasn't run yet. Rotate into something that you still see a possibility in. And also, guys, it's a very big question whether we're early or not, right? It's a very, very big question whether we are early or not. I don't know. That's the honest truth. I have no fucking idea. I think we are, I mean, if we're, like, look at this. Genuinely, if we are early, we're gonna make so much money in this pool, you have no idea. If we are early, and every metric shows, so Miles had a very, very good thread. I'm actually gonna bring this up. Miles had a very good thread. Let me find it. Still early, here it is. Bitcoin is approaching all-time high, but the scary part is retail isn't even back yet. It may feel like you're late, but in reality, you're still early. One proof? Check out the 5 indicators below. So YouTube metrics. So we're still early because YouTube metrics, so if you look at this 2019, this was 2021, this was the run-up of these major YouTube channels. So obviously, if you're coming to crypto, you want to search for these YouTube channels. And once you find the YouTube channels, for example, this one where you have to subscribe, then you subscribe to the channel, and by subscribing to the channel, you increase the subscribers. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that all these channels will get new subscribers. The subscriber numbers will go up if retail is coming in. Now compare this to 2021, the 2021 peak was here of the bull. And if you look at it, 2024, we're down here. We're down here. Nothing, absolutely nothing compared to what we had. Absolutely nothing compared to what we had in a 21 peak. In fact, it is, as Miles also saying, in fact, it is the same or even lower that throughout the bear, the subscriber numbers. Let's see what the next metrics is. Searches for Bitcoin, crypto, and altcoins are still nowhere near on Google. I'm not sure this is relevant, to be very honest with you. People really know where to buy now. I think people are more savvy in this bull, but still, searches are not back. Crypto apps still on chart. This is also very interesting. There's 2 times in history when Coinbase was #1 in the App Store. 2017 top, 2021 top. So Coinbase is currently around 260 or something like that. But we are, so that means like the apps are not ranking as high yet. So people are not downloading that many apps, not many retail. And he goes through here, it's a very, very nice thread. But what I'm trying to say is that we are early. And if we are early, and this is the early part, I mean, fuck, it's gonna be extremely crazy. So I'm saying, I'm currently long, Paul is saying I'm currently long INJ, entry 41. Let's look at INJ. Oh, nice music.
My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side.
41,859.
My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do.
Where do you put your stop? First I'm currently long INJ. Where do you put your stop? Stop would make sense down here, 20%. If you can afford that. Liquidation happened. I mean, that's the thing, but also it added liquidity. I talked about this yesterday on the show. It added liquidity. It added liquidity here. It added liquidity. And I know that a lot of whatever has been liquidated and it's up like 16, 15, 17% since then. My problem is stop loss. I would definitely, I would not take this trade. Depends where you put your stop loss. It's at break even now. Yeah, okay. So I mean, if you put below this low, that makes some sense. 41,256 makes some sense. They block the average retail in the UK and the US by blocking the exchanges. Now here's the good part. There is, for example, Blofin. Blofin is a non-KYC, non-custodial exchange that you can use. I don't have a link here, but I'll update that. But you gotta find, you can go on Blofin. Blofin is a non-KYC fantastic exchange that you can use. Here's what I wanted to share. I wanna show you one more thing. It's a sneak peek. And the sneak peek is from the video that I'm dropping on Banter this weekend. Hope you're ready. Alright guys, considering the success of the last testnet airdrop video, we decided to keep the ball rolling and bring you another set of airdrops that can potentially yield us thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. You know the drill. A lot of people talk about testnets, but not a lot of people show you exactly how to do them step by step. Why are you asking? Good question. Because testnets suck. Just look what I had to go through recording my previous video. So here's the thing, like I'm bringing you a step-by-step testnet on Banter. In this video, I'm gonna go through 3 testnets, complete all the steps there is, and qualify for the airdrops. If you want to qualify for the airdrops coming from these testnets, the easiest, the fastest, and most importantly, the least stressful way, you should definitely watch this video to the end. In the other hand, if you like to suffer, please be my guest. Go ahead and try it on your own. Like it or not, I will see you back here in about 3 hours. Now there are Cool. So this video is dropping. This video is dropping on Denter this weekend. You want to check that out. And I'm gonna keep you posted. I'm gonna keep you posted if anything happens on the market. I'm back. I am back trading. I'm back live showing. I'm gonna come live if there's anything happening. I still believe this is the scenario. If we break below this low, we might reconsider it. I don't think that's happening. But if we break below this 62,159, we have to reconsider and see how it was. This is our range right now. So this is our range. The range high is 64,328, and the range low is this, which I have to add a price label to, is 58,555. So I'm saying a few weeks ago, you suggested looking at Monarch, a potential new narrative on BTC. That's Monarch is on ERC404. That fucking rugged me. I'll be honest with you. Monarch completely rugged me. I bought one at $800. It's a what? Oh, I thought, what? No, that's not possible. I thought it was, no, this is something else. I don't know what this is. $400? No, that's not right. That's not right. Something is not right here. This is not the right coin. Can this be the right coin? I think it's... Yeah, this is the right coin, exactly. Looks much more like it. It rugged me completely. So I bought around here on the retrace. Yeah, around... Yeah, no, 600. Yeah, I bought it for 600. Around down here. And then it had a nice run, 100% obviously didn't sell. And yeah, it just rugged me. So yeah, maybe it will come back. I don't see basically any potential, but that's what it is. Currently VeChain airdrop. Yes, so like the testnets are freaking wild. Yes, we make airdrop videos to get max allocation. Exactly, that's what we do. So the problem with the airdrop tweets and whatnot is that people say do that, but they don't do it, and it's difficult. It's fucking time consuming and it's nerve wracking and whatnot. So 675. Yeah, it's gone, man. I'm gone. 2 days ago it was $54. Yeah. I can do this, or rather this. No, rather this. No, this. That's about my Monarch bed. Liquidation. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please smash the like button. This was crazy. At one point, we had 100 and something people watching, probably from Twitch or Twitter. I don't know, but it was absolutely crazy. Absolutely nice. Nice seeing you here. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.